So after weeks of outrage, so many of us in our profession speaking out about how much Ofsted needs reform, over 3,000 of you sharing your experiences of Ofsted on that Google form I created, that being shared with loads of news outlets, all these things happening, Ofsted have finally come out and announced how they're going to reform their inspection process. And I'll give you 3 guesses to how well they've done with this. The changes they are going to make include inspectors returning quicker to schools who haven't done well with safeguarding but otherwise are doing well. Their complaint procedure are going to be more responsive. Believe that when I see it. The fact that they're in control of their own complaints procedure tells you everything you need to know. And they are going to then help head teachers by holding briefings and demystifying the inspection process, which they've gone on about for years about how they debunk these myths, but nothing seems to change. And what I find funny is Spielman's there saying, we are not deaf to the calls for change. Yeah, but this is what I imagine's gone on inside Ofsted HQ over the past few weeks. There has been no mention of the inconsistencies with inspectors. There's been no mention of the clear rogue inspectors who are going around feeling like they're untouchable and can fail teachers within 10 minutes and spend the rest of the inspection justifying their own personal views. And surprise, surprise, despite us all talking about how the easiest thing Ofsted could do is get rid of the grading system, Spielman is still defending it, saying it is crucial, which is complete and utter tosh. And I'll tell you why. Because Estyn, Ofsted's equivalent in Wales, have got rid of the grades. So this academic year, when they go into schools and do their inspections, they don't label them. And I was in a school in Wales today and they were saying, it's been brilliant because the report is still thorough. The report still identifies the strengths and areas for improvement, but doesn't degrade a school to a single word. And this is what I've come to realise. Ofsted aren't interested in helping our profession, helping us teachers. They are only bothered about justifying their own existence. And that is why they will not get rid of the grades, because it's the grading, those one-word statements, that give Ofsted all of the power. And we know how ridiculous that is. We know how complex schools are, and they cannot just be labelled with one word, a grade. But if you take the grades away from Ofsted, they're left with nothing. They don't have the power. Schools won't be scared, petrified, and look up and hang on their every word. It won't matter. And we've all got to play our part. Now, if you find yourself at a school that's deemed good or outstanding, I'm sure your school is, by the way, I'm not debating that, but you also know that with inspections at the minute, it is a lottery. So much of it is down to luck. And you know that on a different day with a different inspector, things could be completely different, and you could be on the end of a requires improvement inadequate. We know this. And if that's the case, take the bloody banners down. If you've got a big banner outside your school that quotes the Ofsted inspection, take it down. Take the references off the website. Do not give it the credence that they do not deserve. Because until we come together as a profession and all do this, they are going to continue the way that they're doing. Look, the reforms they've announced today are tiptoe in the right direction, but it does not go anywhere near far enough. And what they're hoping for is to brush it under the carpet and just continue business as usual. But that, I'm not accepting that. I know the tragic news of Ruth Perry was not the first time that's happened because of an inspection, but my God, it's going to be the last. And I want to make sure, and we've all got to play our part. We've all got to stop giving Ofsted the power and the grading thing. And it proves this, that if they really cared, they would have taken the grades away. Estyn have done it in Wales, but they're not bothered about that. They're not bothered about supporting us. They're bothered about themselves, justifying their own existence. So it's down to us now. What are we going to do? And I think we all need to play our part in stop playing into that system.